In just a few days, many of us will gather with friends and family to enjoy a Thanksgiving feast. For those hosting this year's meal, it can be stressful planning the menu, especially if there are guests with certain dietary restrictions. Registered dietitian Lauren Marduz joins me this morning with ways to make the holidays more inclusive. First, Lauren, you know, the holidays are about connection and joining friends and family, and you're actually hosting this year. Why can hosting be so stressful?
Hosting is stressful for a variety of reasons, but when it comes to like a dietary perspective, one, getting everything out hot, right?
Yeah.
Like that is so hard, and making sure that all of our guests are taken care of when it comes to certain dietary restrictions. You know, we want to make sure that our menu is inclusive and that everybody has something available for them to eat.
What kind of advice would you give to those who are hosting this year?
One, ask your guests if they have any dietary restrictions. A lot of people are avoiding certain ingredients for whatever reason, and it's good, you know, hosting etiquette to make sure that you have something for them to eat.
And so what if you do have a dietary restriction, like you don't eat dairy or maybe you don't eat meat? What should you do if you're not hosting and you're going to be a guest at someone's home?
It's always polite to let the host know that you do have a dietary restriction. It can feel very alarming as a host for someone to show up and be like, I can't eat anything that you have here. So letting the host know gently, hey, please don't worry about me. I have a dietary restriction. I can bring my own meal, or, you know, I just wanted to make you aware of that.
So you always have the cutest spreads, and you guys, it smells absolutely amazing in here. You've actually brought in some side dishes that folks can incorporate into their meals if they do have folks with dietary restrictions. So kind of walk through what we have here.
Yeah, so if you have a dietary restriction yourself, you can make something and bring it. You know, ask the host first. That's good etiquette. Or as a host, you can ask your guests, do you have a dietary restriction, and make something here. Everything that we have here is, you know, common dietary restrictions are gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian. So everything here is gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegetarian. So right here we have a gluten-free, dairy-free green bean casserole. We used an oat milk with cornstarch to make that yummy mushroom soup mix that you use with our green beans. And then instead of using our traditional French fried onions, we air fried them ourselves just to kind of make a little crunchy goodness up there. Here, it's always good to add some color to Thanksgiving. And instead of potatoes, we did, you know, which can often have butter and can, you know, fuss if someone was dairy free. These are roasted root vegetables. We have beets, carrots, and parsnips that are just roasted with some olive oil. Here, I wanted a beautiful main, right? It can be hard for if someone is vegetarian. Oh, turkey is usually the main when you go. And having a larger dish that's, you know, still really appealing to the eye is this roasted cauliflower. It's really, really simple and so delicious.
Awesome.
And then here, we don't want our gluten-free folks to miss out on rolls. So we made some corn muffins here. They're gluten-free cornmeal. We've got dairy-free butter, and they really round out the meal so nicely with a nice smear of dairy-free butter.
Well, Lauren, these are some great ideas. Anything else that you like to add that you want our viewers to know?
Yeah, as much as it can feel stressful to have a dietary restriction or to be hosting and knowing that someone has a dietary restriction, it's as simple as asking a question. The more you're informed, the more you can prepare for your guest dietary restrictions and making sure that your day goes smoothly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We'll have all these details on our website.